Right now, more snow is soon to be followed by bitterly cold temps and dangerous wind chills. We have all the details in your first one forecast. Also, an update out of Beloit, where hundreds of residents had to evacuate twice yesterday after a business fire and a gas leak. Find out where they are with repairs. And later, learn about a car repair shop that focuses on fixing cars that have been stuck in the snow. Welcome to News 3 Now. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. Let's get a look at your first one forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex, how's everything going, my friend?
Things are going pretty fine and dandy if you're inside. That's why we're not outside as we track dangerously cold temperatures that we've been first to warn about for quite some time. But we're extending alert day conditions for the snow and the blowing snow part through early on your Sunday morning. Let's get into that right now. We have winter weather advisories until 3 a.m. on your Sunday for Madison and points off to the south and east. 9 p.m. later tonight here over southwestern Wisconsin. Where are those snow showers and those snow flurries right now? They're building over portions of northeastern Iowa and northwestern Illinois, and they're going to be moving towards the north and towards the east. I think 6-hour Future Track radar doing a really good job showing them moving towards the north. They get up to about, let's say, the Wisconsin River Valley and then the I-94 corridor, and then they settle off towards the south and towards the east as we head towards the wee hours of your Sunday. There we go. We can track just a little bit further here. Not saying the Dells, you're not going to get any snow, but the better chances are going to be, let's say, the Dells and then down to the Wisconsin River Valley, Madison, and points off towards the south and towards the east where we could see maybe an isolated 2-inch amount. Look at those wind chills building over portions of northeastern Iowa and southwestern Wisconsin, already 17 below. That's what it feels like right now. It's 6 o'clock on your Saturday in Platteville, 1 here in Madison, and then that's part number 2 of alert day conditions lasting clear into Wednesday morning. But coming up in Maine weather, I got some mild weather in the forecast.
All right, Alex, sound good. Depending on where you live in town, you still may be snowed in. The City of Madison Street Division is telling people to remain patient. Some side streets haven't been plowed yet. Those streets will start being plowed later tonight. Crews are also working against the clock as the temperatures that Alex just mentioned will soon fall into single digits and below zero. The city snow emergency continues into the morning. And brand new at 6, Madison police are looking for a missing man who is the son of the city's former police chief. This is 39-year-old Brent Ray. He's the son of former police chief Noble Ray. He was last seen Thursday morning on University Avenue and Highland Avenue near the UW campus. Ray is black, 5'10" to 5'11" tall, and weighs around 160 pounds. Anyone who has seen or been in contact with him should call 911. Alliant Energy officials say 500 customers in Beloit have had their gas service restored. That's as of 2:30 this afternoon. A gas leak in the area of Yates and Copeland Avenues yesterday forced the neighborhood to briefly evacuate. They were allowed to return, but the gas had to be shut off. Technicians have been going door to door to restore service. If you're not home when they knock, they'll leave an information card for you to contact them. Staying in Beloit, where 4 adults and 1 pet were displaced after a residential fire, the City of Beloit Fire Department responded to a fire in the 400 block of Central Avenue this morning. Firefighters were able to put the fire out quickly, limiting the spread of the blaze and ensuring no one was hurt. The cause of the fire damage estimate is not yet available. People across southern Wisconsin are still recovering from yesterday's storm that left some drivers stranded and cars abandoned. But one Columbus nonprofit is doing their best to make getting those cars back on the road a little easier. Braden Ross joins us to explain. Braden.
Yeah, when Michael Jan started his nonprofit Angel Cars in 2018, he just wanted to help people. Since then, that's exactly what he's done, and not even a snowstorm will stop him.
The snow hit, and we were all sitting around deciding we're going home because we're going to be slow.
As businesses across southern Wisconsin shuttered their doors to prepare for a week of winter weather, at first Michael Jan's car repair business was no different.
And then we got a call from the Dane County Sheriff's Department dispatch and said, you guys do towing, right? It's like, yeah.
So what Jan thought would be a slow week turned into a busy one, towing cars that fell victim to the snowy roads.
Finally, I said, you know what? I've seen so many people that were stuck that got quotes from tow companies and fair quotes, but think about it. And they couldn't, so I figured let's go to Madison and let's see if we can find some people to help.
Finding people to help is part of Jan's mission. His car repair business was built on it.
Well, it feels good to get out there and help people because, you know, with my extreme PTSD and, you know, I suffer from depression. And when I do get out there It's just going out there to help somebody. It gives me the joy that I'm missing in my life.
He started his nonprofit Angel Cars back in 2018 after a serious motorcycle accident changed his life.
I wasn't wearing a helmet. I went flying 40 feet. I suffered a traumatic brain injury.
He, alongside a few other volunteers, offer free or discounted car services to those in need.
If you're low income or a disabled veteran or a single mom, you know, you're fighting for survival right now. And if you don't have that vehicle, if you don't have a car, it used to be to get to school, get to work. And, you know, now it's just basic needs, getting to the grocery store, you know, getting to the job center, getting to that next place to get you ahead in life.
It's a mission he hopes to expand even more in the future.
I can see an Angel Car dealership and repair facility in every underprivileged neighborhood.
But until then, he'll keep helping people as much as he can, even if it means braving a winter storm.
If anybody does need some help, you know, they can call Angel Cars. Remember, we're small, but we can help, you know, quite a few of you.
Now, if you'd like to get involved or donate to Angel Cars, you can find all the information you need online at angelcars.org.
All right, Braden, thank you. The Ultimate Wedding Show was back at the Alliant Energy Center this weekend. Over 200 vendors had booths at the event, showcasing food, drinks, fashion, and decor, not to mention wedding planning services. It's all to make the big day as great as possible.
And you think I'd get bored with it, but every year you see all these different ideas that the vendors come up with, and then that the couples are so happy to be here and be able to check things off their list and get inspired. So it's a lot of fun to see everything come together.
This annual fair is organized by Wed Plan Madison and is the city's largest wedding show of the year. And coming up next, why babies should not have any screen time. That's in this week's Midweek Report. And later at 10, winter is definitely here, and so is sixth season. Consumer Reports shares a winter survival guide for parents to improve your kids' health during this cold stretch of time.
Everyone wants to hire people who are ready to work and passionate about what they do. People that are ready for an opportunity, a job, a career. They just need you to believe in them. Thinkability Wisconsin, providing workforce support for people with disabilities and their employers. They're ready to work and shape the future. All you have to do is start with yes. Join the movement at thinkabilitywi.org.
I have moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Now there's Skyrizi.
Things are looking up. I've got symptom relief. Control of my Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi is the first IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And the majority of people experienced long-lasting remission at 1 year.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Now's the time to ask your gastroenterologist how you can take control of your Crohn's with Skyrizi.
Control is everything to me.
Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
You were always so dedicated. We worked hard to build up the shop, save for college and our retirement. But we got there thanks to our advisor and Vanguard. Now I see who all that hard work was for. It was always for you. Seeing you carry on our legacy, I'm so proud.
At Vanguard, you're more than just an investor, you're an owner, setting up the future for the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Why TV may not be a good idea for babies and how medical marijuana may be affecting your heart. Michael George has a look at some of this week's top health stories.
Injecting the Zika virus into neuroblastoma tumors has been shown to shrink them. Research published in Cancer Research Communications shows that the Zika virus was effective at killing cancer cells in mice with neuroblastoma, a rare childhood cancer. Zika is a dangerous virus which can cause birth defects, but doctors say it could one day be used as an option for difficult-to-treat cancers. People with chronic pain who take medical marijuana have an increased risk of irregular heartbeat. That's according to researchers in Denmark who compared patients prescribed marijuana to those who weren't. The data shows marijuana patients have more than twice the risk of being diagnosed with arrhythmia. The risk was higher for patients over 60, cancer patients, and those with heart disease or diabetes. And too much TV time for your baby or toddler could leave them disinterested in other activities. That's according to new research at Drexel's College of Medicine. It found that very young children who watch TV or video may be overwhelmed by loud sounds or bright lights. The American Academy of Pediatrics discourages screen time for babies under 18 to 24 months. Those are some of the week's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
A flying taxi could soon take off and prices are creeping up again after falling for 2 months. Christine Lazar explains in this Eye on Consumer report.
Inflation is edging higher. A report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows prices increased 3.4% in December, up from 3.1% in November. The cost of rent is a big reason why. It jumped more than 6%. But there is some good news. Price hikes at the grocery store only went up 1.3%. If you want to get your taxes done early, the IRS says it will accept annual returns starting Monday, January 29th. Taxpayers have until April 15th to get their taxes in. The IRS estimates about 128 million returns will be filed this season and say most taxpayers get their refunds within 21 days of filing. And in a few years, air taxi service could take flight. Hyundai unveiled the latest version of its electric vehicle designed to take off vertically and cruise at speeds of up to 120 miles per hour. The company says the 4-passenger vehicle could be ready by 2028. And those are some of the week's top consumer stories. I'm Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And coming up next, how severe weather elsewhere in the country has affected our programming schedule here at News 3. What you need to know. And we'll have a check of the conditions here in our viewing area in your First One forecast. That's next.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
This is Rhonda. She's a soul line dance instructor. And this is Rhonda's Good Feet story.
I love dancing, but I had foot pain and hated the fact that I had to sit out a couple dances. But since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports, I definitely have not felt the pain. I am able to dance longer, feel happier. My energy levels have increased. Once that energy gets into you and you're feeling good, double spins.
Get back out there with arch supports from the Good Feet store.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it this new year for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit Plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Severe weather is impacting more than 70 million of Americans this weekend, with bone-chilling temps forecasted from the south to the northeast to the west and everywhere in between. CBS's Christian Benavides reports.
An Arctic blast creating hazardous conditions throughout most of the country. Sunday's Buffalo Bills and Pittsburgh Steelers playoff game was postponed to Monday in anticipation of deteriorating conditions.
You've heard me warning it for days. You've heard our county executive warning it. You've heard our mayor warning it. And now it's happening.
Elsewhere in the Northeast, heavy rain caused flooding from Maine to New Jersey, where residents couldn't leave their homes.
This machine, you can at least plug in the sub pump and at least the water stay in the basement.
Blizzard warnings in the Midwest as residents are cleaning up. The wind chill Saturday as low as -40 in parts of the region. Officials in Buchanan County, Iowa are urging residents to stay home.
Fins up, baby!
While Miami Dolphins fans are braving very different temperatures than they're accustomed to as they arrived in Kansas City for the Chiefs-Dolphins game.
We're not coming here thinking of South Florida weather, that's for doggone sure. I got snow boots, snow pants, I got all of these things. You think somebody from Florida doesn't have this stuff? You're wrong.
Across the South, including Texas, they're preparing for below freezing temperatures, while out west, winter storm warnings from Oregon to California. A blast of winter weather for much of the nation. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
A driving ban is in effect in Buffalo beginning at 8 p.m., while in the southern state of Oklahoma, the National Weather Service warned of wind chills below 25 degrees. The postponement of that NFL playoff game, as mentioned in the report, affects our programming schedule. So here's what you need to know. Tomorrow at noon, we will re-air last season's AFC Championship game right here on News 3, in place of what would have been the game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and Buffalo Bills. The Steelers-Bills game will now take place on Monday. The NFL Today crew will build up the game beginning at 2:30 with kickoff at 3:30, both right here on News 3. News 3 now at 4, 5, and 6 will air on our sister station, TW, and on Channel 3000+. Now let's get a look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington.
Jalen, you'd think the winter storm is done. We'd get a little bit of a break in the weather center here. We're going to add a little bit more to our forecast. Another 1 to 2 inches of snow expected overnight, with blowing and drifting continuing. The bitterly cold temperatures that we've been first warned about for days and days, there's just hours away. It's already entering parts of the area. But I got some good news here. The optimistic Alex. There is mild weather in our 10-day forecast, so hang tight. We'll get to that in a second. All right, extending our alert day conditions for the snow, especially for Madison and Point South. Maybe another inch or two this evening. Blowing and drifting for all of southern Wisconsin. And this lasts through the early portion of your Sunday morning. We have winter weather advisories in effect until 3 a.m. Sunday from Madison and points off towards the south and east. Over southwestern Wisconsin, our friends in Grant County, till 9 o'clock this evening, because we're expecting more light snow to develop. And again, travel could be difficult across all of southern Wisconsin with a lot of snow out there. Gusty winds, we have the blowing and the drifting. An inch or two a possible of snow, especially, let's say, from the Wisconsin River Valley to Madison, I-94 and points off towards the south. Little lesser chances up towards the north, up towards the Dells. Well, where is that snow right now? Here in Dane County, off towards the south and towards the east, maybe a flurry out there. Watching over portions of northeastern Iowa, northwestern Illinois to see if we get that light snow to redevelop here as it would move towards the north and towards the east. And right now looking high and dry at this point in Dane County. But our 6-hour future track radar does light up again, as I was mentioning, from the Wisconsin River Valley over along U.S. Highway, let's say I-94 and points off towards the south and towards the east. Planning your evening, that snow kicks in here 6, 7, 8 o'clock, on and off through about, let's say, the wee hours of your Sunday morning. Then we turn attention to the next part of our alert day conditions. Minus 35 below zero wind chills expected Sunday morning, Monday morning, Tuesday morning, even going on into your Wednesday morning. We have wind chill advisories for all of southern Wisconsin. Our friends to the south and to the west over portions of Iowa and northwestern Illinois are under wind chill warnings. Where are our wind chills right now? We've got a minus 17 already in Platteville, -1 in Madison, 2. That's the temperate spot up towards the Dells. Temperatures are going to get even colder. That's the feels like factor to your body. As cold as 30 to 35 below zero as you start your Sunday morning. As we track towards your Monday morning, minus 30. And then we just repeat it again on your Tuesday morning and your Wednesday morning, 30 to 35 below zero wind chills. Might be wondering, when was the last time we had a chance for minus 35 below zero wind chills? January 31st, 2019, a couple of years ago. I remember this one really well because I got a very smart German Shepherd mix Loki, and this was our first winter together, and it was a tough one. Remember, the cold weather can be really tough, not just on you, but on your furry friends as well that have to go outside. When there is no wind, the feels like factor, minus 3, feels like 3 because this invisible layer near your body is not disrupted. But when you have winds, let's say 20, 30 miles per hour, that invisible layer is eroded away. The heat from your body can escape to space, and then your skin is susceptible to cooling down and frostbite, and minus 3 really feels more like minus 25. Staying cold here for the next 7 days, but then as we go out towards 10 days, hey, I said I'd be a perpetual optimist, and I am. Jalen, look at that. Temperatures as we go out into the following work week approach 30 degrees, if not getting into the lower 30s, and that would be above normal for this time of year. And viewer photos, got to have a little bit of fun here. We've had so many submitted. And let's actually take a look here. If we can look at our program 72, this is a live look of our viewer photo gallery on channel3000.com/weather. Thanks, Teresa, Thomas, Rebecca showing us those snow photos. Even Brady supporting Packers from Reeseville, Wisconsin. Go Pack, go. Look at that one there. And then Charles showing us maybe upwards of 10 to 12 inches of snow in southwestern Madison. And scrolling on down here, well, look at this. Nancy Harker showing us this interesting. Look at that ice formation. It's almost upside down icicles, the reverse way that you would think that those icicles would form. So thanks, everybody, for sending us those photos, because it's always great to show the weather outside, not just me talking about it.
Yeah, for sure. Keep sending those in because we'd love to show them at 10 o'clock. All right, well, sounds good. Thank you, Brady. And still ahead, a big win for the Badgers. How Wisconsin pulled away from Northwestern late to stay alone at the top of the Big Ten. Next in sports with Zach.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself one. Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. US Cellular.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org. or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be. You could be a free hot breakfast hero in a comfort hotel. Yes! That's how you waffle! A romantic weekend escaper at a Cambria hotel. Or Mr. Get the Party Started. Hey! Be a pool lounger. Or a big room relaxer. With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true. Gotta get the corners.
Join the media sales team at Television Wisconsin and be part of something bigger. If you're passionate about helping local businesses succeed, apply today at channel3000.com. We're not just hiring, we're building careers.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro.
Cut, more feeling. Cue the music.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Love it.
New and current customers can get the iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Enjoy a website-like layout and swipe through articles without returning to the home screen. Download the Channel 3000 News app, powered by News 3 Now.
The last time the Badgers started 5-0 in Big Ten play, it was the 2007-2008 season. That year, Wisconsin went on to win the conference. Standing in their way to that 5-0 start this year, Northwestern. Wildcats won both meetings between the two last season. First half, Badgers working the ball around to counter a sieging, and CE3 lives up to his name. He splashes home the triple. Bucky led by 7 at the break. Second half, though, things got tighter. Tied at 61, Max Klesmit spins and wins on the fadeaway J. The closer finished with 24 points. Then later, it was A.J. Storr's turn. He buries the tough jumper for 2 of his 14, and the Badgers move to 5-0 in league play with a 71-63 win. Klesmit again was on fire. His 24 points, the most he scored as a Badger. But to this team, individual stats don't mean a thing. It's all about getting the win.
I'm just glad we won. Like, I really, it does not matter. Like, I could play 0 minutes or however many seconds. It does not matter if the Wisconsin Badgers win the game. That's what we're looking to do here.
To hear that the guys are saying that, it's good. That means they've bought in and they know. They understand what it takes to be and to get to where they want to go to, and they have to have that together mindset in order for that to happen.
The Badger women also in action today. Wisconsin fell on the road to Michigan. Sarah Williams led the way with another double-double. UW travels to Iowa on Tuesday. After a dominating weekend back where Wisconsin shook off the rust from winter break and swept Merrimack, Mark Johnson's squad skated back into WCHA play with St. Thomas in town. The Badgers wasted no time in this one to light the lamp. Already up 1-0. They're on the attack. Chayla Edwards fires one on net, and Sarah Wozniewicz is there to clean up the mess. She scored 2 goals in the first period and would finish with a hat trick. Then later, it's Cassie Hall going top shelf with the backhander. Hall also had 2 goals in the first, and get this, after 1 period, Wisconsin had more goals, 4, than St. Thomas had shots, 3. Badgers go on to get those 7-0 win and skate into second place in conference standings. How about that?
I'm just happy that you guys don't have to be out shooting during this time of the year.
That would be terrible.
I mean, you know, basketball's in full swing, hockey's in full swing. It'd be awful.
Guess where I would be if I had to be outside?
Where would you be?
I would be inside. We would not be outside.
All right. Well, speaking of outside, we got a lot of stuff going on over the last few days and right now.
Yeah, it's still that 1-2 punch alert day conditions for 1 to 2 more inches of snow tonight, especially for Madison, and points off towards the south with blowing and drifting of snow across all of southern Wisconsin. Then here's punch number 2. The bitterly cold air that we've been first to warn for days and days and days is filling into southern Wisconsin. We could be looking at wind chill values as cold as 35 below zero Sunday morning, Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning. We get a little bit warmer as we hit towards the end of the week, and no, that's not a misprint or an error. Next Monday and Tuesday, we go suddenly to way above normal temperatures. Well, considerably above normal that following week, so that's something to look forward to.
Right, well, sounds good. Thank you, Alex, and thank you, Zach. We'll see you all back here at 10 o'clock. Thank you for making it a great evening.